Hey, Dan Hazel, good morning to you. I'll tell you that the MTA is pleased, to say the least. They want to see how long this trend continues because they say these tolls are doing its job, collecting money. They wouldn't say how much this week, but they are on track to get $500 million by the end of the year. An early verdict is in on congestion pricing, and according to the MTA, it's working. The agency says data from the last week shows less traffic, resulting in better travel times. The biggest improvement really seen on the Hudson crossings, specifically during the morning and evening rush.
The bus hits the Lincoln Tunnel and gains a full 7 minutes in travel time compared to January of last year.
According to the MTA, traffic south of 60th Street was down 8% during the first week. And for those commuting into the city, travel times were cut by 30 to 40%. Going cross town during the day took 20 to 30% less time. Express bus riders from the outer boroughs shaved up to 4 minutes off their commute. And the subways are seeing a little bit of a boost, but the MTA is hoping for more riders to hit the rails.
We are still far below pre-pandemic ridership levels. We have plenty of capacity to welcome new transit riders.
But with less traffic, restaurateurs like Richie Romero says he's eating the cost. He owns over a dozen restaurants, all trying to lure customers with congestion deals, but he's paying the price.
Food distributors, they were putting on an extra $1 per delivery, and then we have some of the beer companies that are doing it per case. MTA doesn't know how to run a business.
Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis says she believes President-elect Trump will reverse the toll when he takes office. She's calling on her peers to make sure the MTA still deserves federal funding with congestion pricing in place.
They do need to come to Washington and explain how they're running things at the MTA. This is an agency with no accountability, no transparency. They need to come to Congress and explain how they're using the federal funding.
Here's something else they said was interesting. They said trucks account for 4% of the traffic in the city. I know that sounds like a small amount, but it creates a lot of traffic. What they've noticed is that there's less and less trucks coming in during the day, so they want to see if they've actually moved their times to come in overnight. That's something that they'll be studying in coming weeks. We're live on the Upper East Side. I'm Calorama. We'll send it back to you, Dan and Hazel.